Hey guys, Danny here with Gamer Geek, and today I wanted to talk to you about what to do and how to seal your warbler. So I'm going to be doing a little experiment and testing 3 products that most cosplayers use to seal their warbler. Now, if you don't know what these products are, just stay tuned and I'll go over them on how to apply them and what my final thoughts are on each product. So who are our contenders? Our contenders are Plasti Dip, Gesso, and Mr. Wood Glue. So firstly, let me apologize for how shaky this is. I had to bring my camera outside. But anyways, Plasti Dip is a multi-purpose rubber coating. Basically, it's liquid rubber in a can. Plasti Dip adds durability to your crafts and comes in a variety of colors. Plasti Dip can be picked up at any local hardware shop as well. Now, the directions on this say spray to 6 to 10 inches from the surface and allow 30 minutes to dry before you apply the second coat. While we wait, let's just go ahead and move on to the gesso. So if you don't know what gesso is, it's very similar to white acrylic paint, only thinner. It dries hard and makes the surface more stiff. Gesso prepares or primes the surface for painting. Think liquid chalk. When applying gesso, you will need anywhere between 15 to 20 layers. You heard right, 15 to 20. Depending on the size of your product, applying gesso could take hours upon hours to apply all the needed coats. For this video, I'll be using a hairdryer to speed up the dry time, but I would caution you in using a dryer as it may warp your warbler. It is best to let air dry or dry on a low, cool air setting. I'm using a foam brush to apply the gesso since it's super cheap and when you're done you can throw it away. It's been in my experience that bristled brushes leave streaks, so I prefer to use the foam brushes. Alright, so 30 minutes have passed and we're ready to do our second coat. We just need to hold our can about 6 to 10 inches away, spray, and then guess what? We get to wait 4 hours before we can paint it. Yay, thanks Plasti Dip. So now it's time for the wood glue. Wood glue is an adhesive used to tightly bond pieces of wood together. That's it, it's glue that says wood glue on it. I would be careful though because there's some types of wood glue that actually have wood particles in it, so you want just the basic smooth type. Now you'll notice I'm using the foam brush here to apply the wood glue, and I just do even strokes. Again, I don't suggest using a bristled brush because it can leave streaks. And for the purposes of this video, I will be using the hair dryer to quickly dry the wood glue. So I've sped up this video for you so you can see that wood glue, once it dries clear. It's pretty cool. Again, I would suggest to not use a hair dryer unless you're using it on a cool setting, and the preferred method is just to let it air dry. Wonderful thing about wood glue is that you're only going to have to do about 3 to 4 coats. So guys, we have our 3 applied techniques with the Plasti Dip, the gesso, and the wood glue. So what I want to do is I want to take my mic and just kind of rub the surface of each of them so you guys can actually hear a comparison to how smooth they each are. So to me, it sounds like the wood glue is actually the smoothest. Alright, so I'm just going to use some basic blue acrylic paint, and I'm going to do 3 layers on each of these types with a bristled brush. Now, I cannot stress to you enough how important it is to have a good quality brush. The bristles won't fall off, and if you clean it and handle it properly, you can hold on to this brush for years to come. So as you notice, the third layer of acrylic is onto the Plasti-Dip one, and it is very textured. It's very visible, and I'm not a big fan. Secondly, the gesso, for some reason, the paint kind of streaked. Now, I think if I would have done probably another 3 layers, it would have come out much better. Finally, we have the wood glue, and I cannot tell you how impressive this is. It is really smooth, it's even, it looks a lot better than the other two compared, so I would highly suggest that everyone use wood glue. So hands down, the best technique for me is the wood glue. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, bye Felicia!